OK, we're back on 3, 2, 1 with Alan and Lindsay from Torquay and Devon. Got through to the part of the show, and you've rejected item number 1, the pair of white gloves. Have you thought any more about this in the break?
We've tried to reassure each other, and we think we're all right.
You think you're all right? Well, let's see if you are all right or not. OK, Karen brought in a pair of white gloves. Fast forward and back, 7-day replay with remote control, yours to take away, is what she said. Fast forward and back, 7-day replay. Well, that could suggest something like a video recorder, which, in fact, you were talking about earlier on. But the clue object was a pair of white gloves with remote control, yours to take away. But there's only one thing on the show that wears white gloves, you're right, comes back every week. It's Dusty Bing. You've done it. Good. Marvellous. That's marvellous. Lovely. So, obviously, a good prize goes home with you tonight. Now you've got to get your thinking caps on. Really. I'm knocked out to introduce our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of the greats in variety. He really is. I'm not going to say any more. Ken Dodd is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, how tickled I am. I'll say it. How tickled I am. See that? How tickled it is to be here on 3, 2, 1, Yorkshire Television's answer to the Open University. Oh, how wonderful to be on this programme with marvellous Ted Rogers, the thinking man's Kermit. When do you think? Marvellous the way he does this 3, 2, 1 with his fingers. One night, you know, he actually froze in mid-twiddle. And froze in mid-twiddle, and he started getting fan letters from Harvey Smith. Everybody in Britain these days is game show mad. Even Bamber Gascoigne, at home on a Sunday morning, he's hopeless unless his wife gives him a starter for 10. And Magnus Magnussen's missus, she says to him, well, you've started, so you better finish. Thank you. I was on one of the very, very first game shows, on animal, vegetable, or mineral. But they didn't guess which one I was. These days, you have to, on a game show, whether you're on the show like this or a contestant, you have to think positive. Think positive. Be like the man who dashed home from work, burst into his house and shouted, I want to, I can do, and I will do. And he would have done, but his wife had gone out playing bingo. Yes, it's in life. All life. Life is a contest. Now, with me, you see, I go in for a lot of these Mr. Universe contests, and because with having a perfect physique, yes, I'm a bit like you, sir. You're low-chested as well. A lot of people say I look like Rambo. Pardon? That's Dumbo, yeah. I do a lot of posing, you know, for these girly magazines. Did you see me? A fortnight ago, I did the centrefold in Exchange and Mart. It was very tasteful, but they ruined it with the staple. No, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of growing old. I think 37 is a very good age to be. I've just turned 37. Before I turned it was 73. I was lying in the bath this morning, stock taking, and I was thinking to myself, look, I was admiring my profile. You see, a lot of people don't know, but years ago, you know, I used to be a male stripper. I was known as Mighty Thor. Well, if the central heating was working. Mighty Thor. I used to come onto the stage wearing a winged helmet, leather thongs right up my legs, snug-fitting leather shorts. From the back, I looked like a brewer's dray horse. I used to stand in the spotlight, waving my shorts over my head. All the ladies in the audience would be screaming, get them on, get them on! You have to make the most of yourself. Now, a lot of people these days are having hair transplants. Do you know, look at Elton John. He's had so many hair transplants, his dandruff can't remember whose head it belongs to. And that is one of the great game shows, one of the greatest contests in Britain today. The North versus the South, the rivalry. Because they laugh at us, you know, because we say sithy and not but just. I'll never forget the first time I told my dad I was coming into show business. I told my dad said, he looked at me, Dad said, nay, lad, oh, lad, ah, lad, nay, lad, eh, lad. Hey, lad, no, lad, ah, lad, nay, lad, no, but just lad, ah, lad. I'd never heard my father speak to me like that before. Because he's Welsh. See, at one time, you see, the South wouldn't let us in. They had this big fence. It was boarded off. There's this big wall. There's a fence going from Milton Keynes to the Wash. And we couldn't get in, the Northerners. They had this, like a door at Walsall. And us Northerners, we used to knock on the door and say, hey, Greedley, lad, hey, lad. Can we have a bath? And the Southerners would cheerily chuck a bucket of hot tar over us. Now, see, they've never really forgiven us for the Battle of Watford Gap. Now, oh yes, Battle of Watford Gap, it happened there. See, there was King Arnold of Wigan. Now, yes, King Arnold of Wigan had the Roundheads, so called because the way we had our hairs cut with the basins. And he fought King Cyril of Surrey. He was in charge of the Cavaliers. They had the long, wavy tresses down here. And, well, of course, twink. This King Arnold of Wigan, he was the pretender to the throne. He used to go around saying, I'm the king. I am the bravest man in England. I have a huge weapon. The Roundheads, you see, the Roundheads were rough and toothless. They're tough and ruthless. The Roundheads had these huge broadswords, whereas the Cavaliers only had little dirks. It's a little dirk, madam. It's a small... Well, never mind what it is. Anyway, at the Battle of Watford Gap, it took place in the car park behind the services, and the Cavaliers showered salvo after salvo of aftershave lotion, brilliantine, and talcum powder over the poor old Roundheads. But the Roundheads replied, because they have the ultimate weapon, the mushy pea bomb. The mushy pea bomb. It was a terrible device that left all the buildings unharmed and Ted Rogers standing. Now, what a battle it was. Men were going down like flies, dying like flies, lying on their backs, waving 6 legs up in the air. And, of course, it was a victory for the North, which is a pity, really, because my granddad had them down for a draw. But here in Yorkshire, ladies and gentlemen, here in Yorkshire, I mean, we're the greatest at Yorkshire, aren't we? Yes. It's the air up here. It's so bracing in Yorkshire. Last time I was here, I had my teeth fixed. I didn't mean to, but I spoke out of turn in the pub over the road. What do they say up here? Say it with me. Yorkshire born, Yorkshire bred, strong in the arm. As I say, Tassie bye, everybody! Tassie bye!
Wonderful, David. Alan and Lucy from Torquay and tax inspectors.
What?
Tax inspectors.
Good night.
Listen, that was the shortest spot I've ever known you do.
Yes, thank you. Well, I've brought the clues.
What is it?
It's a brass coin. This is all I can afford this year, sir. Take it as a first payment.
OK, that's the clue, right?
A brass coin.
And the rhyme says what?
And this says, do not write in this space. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's one of yours, isn't it? It says... The clue is, first you'll jet your way down the main runway. Then you'll ride white water and flying spray.
That's number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Dodd. Ken, see you in just a moment. He's got them all back. Lovely. Right, that's number 4. I can read one or the other 2 again. Any idea about that one that's just come in? No. Well, the bin's gone now. It gets harder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you can hear this one again, or the champagne, or the open-top convertible. You want to hear the champagne? All right, yes, that came in item number 3 from Helen Gelser, the bottle of champagne. A sporty performance, rust-proof chassis, hydraulic suspension, and puncture-free. That's what she said. So, what do you think? The one's got to be rejected. 3 are on the table. Yeah?
Yes, we'll reject
Well,
that
you
one.
like the sound of this one still, or you're not too sure?
No, they're confused.
Yes?
Yeah.
So is that going to go?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's OK with you folks? Yeah. Oh, it's OK with them. You can always blame them. Is it going to be rejected then?
Yes.
Yes, rejected.
All right, then. The open-top convertible, which was brought in from Jack and Kenny, the Mini-Tones, they said it's 2 for 1 and 1 for 2. The rest is then left up to you. That's what they said. It's 2 for 1 and 1 for 2. Ah, you've linked onto another word here. It's 2 for 1 and 1 for 2. That could start you thinking of something like a tandem bicycle or a his and hers jacuzzi. What did you link onto then? What do you think it is?
I thought it was a bed, a convertible bed.
Well, the clue object was an open-top convertible, which leads to the rest is then left up to you. Yeah, you hooked on to rest, all right. You'll be able to rest absolutely what you were thinking earlier on. It's a 2-way convertible double-bed sofa. Look at this.
A luxury 3-seater sofa that would grace any lounge and with an added attraction. In a few seconds, it can be converted into a 4'6" double bed.
You worked that out very well. Very well indeed. OK. We couldn't let a character like Ken Dodd come on the show and just come on and go off like that, because right now we're going to see him again. But this time, well, what's he going to do for us? A medley of his hits, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Dodd.
Thank you. Yes, sing a song. But which songs? Which songs are the best, folks? The new songs or the old songs? Old songs, new songs, old songs, yes. Which ones do the audience remember? Bob, play me an old song. There's nothing left for me of days that used to be. I see a memory among my souvenirs. Do you know it? Well, just mime it. And you must remember this one. Tears for souvenirs are all you left me. Memories of a love you never met. I just can't believe you could forget me. After all those happy hours we spent together, tears have been my only consolation. But tears can't mend a broken heart, I must confess. So let's forgive and forget. Turn our tears of regret once more to tears of happiness. Yes, the old songs, the old songs. But Bob, let's have a new song. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, yeah. Did you hear yourself? I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that fills me full of consciousness. In fact, it fills me full of happiness. Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that we possess. I thank the Lord that I'm blessed with more than my share of a happiness. Happiness, happiness, the greatest gift that we possess. I thank the Lord that I'm blessed with more than my share of a happiness. I've got more than my share of happiness. Happiness!
Now listen, Ken, it's a classic. OK, a medley of my hits, most of them say, but you've had some hits, haven't you?
Well,
eh?
yes, indeed.
That was great. Great to see you. And you're on tour, of course, right now, yeah?
Yes, going all round. I made a vow 2 years ago I'd play every live theatre left in Great Britain, and here I am.
There you are. Good luck, and it's been a knockout. It's been knockout having you with us, Ken. What's the clue this time?
The clue is Holst, the planets.
The Planet Suite.
Touch the classics, you see.
All right, the Planet Suite, and they rhyme this time.
The rhyme is, beware of a gift from one of these men, or chance this one. We say where, you say when.
That's the last
Good
one.
stuff this year.
Isn't it? Hey, we've got many. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Ken Dodd. Ken, thanks a million. Lovely to see you, mate. Ken Dodd, folks. Ken Dodd. There you are. Now then, what do you say about that one?
I think that's a holiday.
You think that's a holiday? Well, we have the last three on the table. You're in the good position. The bin's gone tonight, so I can read one of the other two again. The champagne or else the brass coin. What do you want to hear?
Yeah, that one again, please.
You want to hear this one
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, bottle of champagne came in from Helen Gelser. She said a sporty performance, rust-proof chassis, hydraulic suspension and puncture-free. So, three on the table, one's got to go. What's it going to be?
Yeah.
Got all